I have joining me an environmentalist, Nnimmo Bassey, to talk more on this. Good to have you join us. Now, we understand that Nigeria ranks ninth globally among countries with the highest contributions to plastic pollution. Talk to us about the major constituents of our plastic waste and then its overall impact.
Well, plastic is such a major pollutant in Nigeria and in many other parts of the world, as you rightly revealed in the reports. Now, one of the major ways plastics are causing problems for us in Nigeria is through the use of plastic bags. People go to just assume that they must have a plastic bag for whatever they buy. Even if they're buying a piece of banana, they need to put it in a plastic bag. They're buying a loaf of bread that's already wrapped in plastic. They want a plastic bag. And then these plastic bags are thrown everywhere. Even in restaurants, they're wrapping the fufu and the yam and the gaeba with plastics. And these things are just thrown away in the rubbish heaps and they don't disappear. So these plastics will last for hundreds of years before they degrade. Many of the soft drinks that we sell, it has been sold, they're sold in plastic bottles. You find people throwing them out of cars as they go on the highways, on the streets in the cities, and all these may appear to go out of sight. But as they are dumped into the drainages, they end up in our water bodies and end up in the ocean. And they are creating big problems for biodiversity, killing fishes who swallow some of these plastics, thinking they're food, some of them using the mechanism they use to recognize where food is. They are confused by the plastics and they miss their way. We're having animals in the bush eating up plastics, and a lot of losing their lives. And this is affecting our food supply system, apart from contaminating and blocking our drainages.
I mean, you paint a very sad situation, and I'm not sure a lot of people are aware of this. But I know there are attempts to address the challenge globally, and that's through the Global Plastic Treaty. But what will it take to address it locally? I mean, a lot of people would say it has to be Nigeria solutions for Nigeria problems.
Well, I tend to believe that the best way to tackle this problem will be the plastic treaty, will be global, because many of the companies who are creating this problem, the big soft drinks companies, the ones selling water rather than us having water in our public taps, they're mostly multinational companies. So if we have the global treaty, it will put them into check. But the rich polluting countries are also resisting that treaty. So this is a big problem. But coming back home, Nigeria can actually, the best actions can be taken without wasting of time. We can ban the production and use of single-use plastics. They are not needed, they're useless. People can have bags made with cotton or made with other things that they can use when they go to the market to shop. Use them bag. This is my market or my okay. Well, let me just conclude what I was saying. One, we can immediately at the local level stop the use of single-use plastics. We can on our own avoid things that are wrapped in plastics. We can have our own cloth bags that we use for shopping and simply refuse to accept things wrapped in plastics.
And considering how a lot of climate change activists and environmentalists like yourself have continued to criticize the commitment of global leaders to the Paris Agreement, one wonders if another treaty is the solution. But we'll see how that plays out. Thank you so much for talking to us, as always, environmentalist Nnimmo Bassey.